Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name's Kristen. First, a little disclaimer. My sick kitty, who is in this room in my office right now, segregated from the other cats because she's sick, they're not feeling good, and we're just trying to keep everybody, you know, as healthy as possible. She is being obnoxious. I film in here generally is A, lighting, and B, because my cats destroy my house. Like if you hear a crash in the background, literally you will hear things crash. It's because my cats are running around. This is the time of day where they run. So I have one cat that generally is just a snooze ball. She just naps and sleeps and does whatever, and she's not a problem. But since she's been in this room, she's just been up in everything. She's knocked over coffee, like desk stuff, and she's literally, I've been trying to film this for an hour, and every time I film she's like, I'm gonna rub my butt on the camera, I'm gonna knock it over, I'm just gonna sit in your lap and sneeze all over you. So, disclaimer, you might see a little calico cat sniffing and sneezing about. That is my cat, that is the kitten. She is feeling much better, but she's still a little bit sick, and she is being very needy and clingy right now, which is cute. It's very cute, and I love her, and I give her all the attention she needs, but she's finally decided she doesn't need my attention anymore, and she's walked away. So let's hope she'll give me enough time to film this video. Anyway, today's video is going to be on a general review of a skincare brand, and it's considered luxury skincare. Now this brand is very hyped. This brand has an almost cult-like following, and a lot of people love this brand or hate this brand. Now I wanted to do more luxury skincare brand reviews and product reviews because generally what I've noticed is if you're looking for any type of skincare and you're interested in luxury or prestige brands, you're going to usually find one of two videos. You're either going to find the videos where people are literally just hyping it up for the hype, to say, I love this is amazing, it'll change your life, oh my gosh, it's holy grail. And then you'll find reviews where people are the exact opposite, where like, I don't understand why people like this, it's a waste of money, you're just buying the name. You know what, those people, those are probably honest reviews, do not get me wrong. They're probably most definitely honest reviews, and I'm not telling you not to trust those reviews. But I did want to give you my review based on my experience with using these products. Now all of these products that I ever review in any of my luxury skincare brands, I have given them more than enough time to see proper results. Which means I'm not going to review anything unless I've used it for at least 6 months or more per product. So you're going to get a general, like I can tell you the results that I've seen, what you could probably expect, and generally if I think the product is worth the money or not. So instead of just doing one product like I did in my last and very first luxury skincare review, which was on the Creme de la Mer, I'm going to give you a general overall brand review of Tatcha. I'm going to tell you the products that I love, the products that I don't think are worth the money, and then let you know my general thoughts and feelings about the brand. So if you're interested to know about Tatcha, I've got a bunch of different products to talk about, like 6 or 7, and you want to know how it works for me, keep watching. Quick take, I'll tell you about my skin to give you an idea of what works for me and what doesn't, and why I choose the products that I did. I have combination skin, and it's incredibly sensitive. Generally here and here and here, so like my T-zone and a little bit on my cheeks, gets incredibly oily. I do have issues with enlarged pores. I am very susceptible to blackheads, and that's generally what I look for, is sensitive skin and any pore thing to help. I also like, even though I don't have dry skin, I like to keep my skin as hydrated as possible. It helps minimize breakouts, and it makes my skin feel really nice. Florida is very hot and humid, and if my skin, normally as it is, isn't hydrated, normally if I don't worry too much about hydration, my skin starts to feel not good. It doesn't feel good, but if it's hydrated and it's plumped, even though it's not dry, it feels really awesome. So I really like to keep my skin hydrated and plump and moisturized. So, as I said before, I have combination sensitive skin. It wasn't always like that. Actually, when about a few years ago, my skin was normal. I had normal skin. I had hormonal breakouts here, nothing major, and it wasn't sensitive at all. And then over the course of a few months, I actually noticed, like when I turned 30, like almost like on the dot 30, because my birthday is in August. So it was like the change of the seasons from the Florida summer to the Florida fall. And the difference of that is humidity. It's the same heat. The difference of it is a change in humidity. My skin completely changed. Like over the course of 2 months, it went from being normal to being super combination and extremely sensitive. And I was like, whoa. So then I realized I had to amp up my skincare routine. Normally I would just wash and moisturize, and I would use any old moisturizer, I didn't care. I'd use any old cleanser, I didn't care. It just wasn't cutting it anymore, and that's when I started really getting into skincare. But I needed to find a good moisturizer or anything that would help settle my sensitive skin because it was so bad. So I tried a bunch of things, and then I learned about Tatcha, and I learned that they had a few products in their sensitive skin line that were supposed to be really good for eczema, and really good for sensitive skin, and really good at hydration, and really good at anti-aging, which is something I was really getting into, and I decided to give it a shot. So I went and I ordered a small, because I'm a huge supporter of getting samples, or if you can't get samples for free, buying like travel size. Try it out. A travel size of their Soothing Indigo Triple Recovery Cream, and that was supposed to be a really good night cream or day cream to just really help soothe skin, hydrate, moisturize, do all those things that you want it to do, but like sensitive skin, which is what it was supposed to be for. And I fell in love. And that opened the world of Tatcha for me. So I'm going to talk about all the products that are currently I use. I have them in this bag, the Lancome bag. Because there's a bunch, and I'm going to first talk to you about my favorites. So obviously, I'm going to grab it. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. Obviously, my first absolutely favorite product from them is the Tatcha Soothing Indigo Triple Recovery Cream. Indigo Soothing Triple Recovery Cream. I always say Soothing Indigo. The Indigo line, I believe, is their sensitive skin line. I have a variety of different products for them. I really love it. This is what the cream looks like. This is like my third jar of it. I really, really love it. When I first got it, I was worried that it was blue, and then it literally just melts into the skin. So this is what it looks like. It goes on clear. It feels really nice on. It's a little thick. It's a little bit heavy. It's not too bad. Now the thing is because this doesn't have an SPF, I only like to use this now when I'm having issues of my skin. What I like to say is throwing a tantrum. So I will only use this on days in the morning or at night when my skin is super, super red and I need to soothe it. So I generally use it about a few times a week. A jar like this will last me 3 to 5 months. But I used to use it every morning and night, but then I started really targeting my skincare and it changed, but I do still love this. So this is my favorite product out of the line. Another product from Tatcha that I think is definitely worth it, as I reach into my bag of tricks, is this guy right here. This is their Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. I called it Carnelia one time. That's a gem. This is my favorite oil cleanser right now. I've used a variety of different ones before, and none of them work for me as good as this. It's not so much taking off the makeup at night that I'm worried about, because the thing is I have makeup removers, my cellar waters. I do a double cleanse, my makeup gets off. The thing that I like about a cleansing oil is I really wanted to strip off any oil or anything from my face gently, so that when I cleanse it, it cleans the pores and isn't just kind of like cleaning on top of the oil of my skin. So I really like Vanillico, which is a really, really good kind of like sherbet balmy cleanser. Excuse me, I'm like all itchy all of a sudden. Ugh. But I tend to use that in the morning. This is my nighttime cleanser. This is the best. So out of all of Tatcha's products, these are my absolute favorites. Another product that they carry that I don't have with me right now because it's my purse is, you know, in the other room, is they actually do amazing blotting papers. Their blotting papers are incredible. I really love them. I've used other blotting papers before. They work the best. I love them. So those are the 3 products that I absolutely adore from Tatcha. This is another product that I love from them as well, but I don't love it as much as these, but I do really, really like it. These are their Enzyme rice Enzyme classic rice enzyme powder and their soothing rice enzyme platter. These are their exfoliating cleansers. Now these, I always buy these in small travel sizes because I don't use them as much, and I like to go between 2 of these. These are the ones for sensitive skin. This is their classic. I use these purely when I'm having hormonal breakouts. When I'm having a hormonal breakout, my skin is extra super sensitive, and my skin, although I use a lot of chemical exfoliants like things with salicylic acid, and I have a peeling gel that I use. Generally those don't bother my sensitive skin, but if I'm having a hormonal breakout, my skin is extra sensitive, so I don't like to use any type of chemical thing like that. I like to use like a sugar scrub, but sometimes even that's a little bit too abrasive, so that's when I started using these guys for it, and these guys are amazing. So generally what I'll do is I'll do a first cleanse with the oil, then I'll use my Clarisonic, and then I'll go over it with this. So I really, really like these products as well. I know other brands have things that kind of work the same way, and I've tried it, but these are my favorite. Next up are two products. There she is. Next up are two products that I generally enjoy and like using and have repurchased, but I'm not super duper duper like pro them. They're good products, do not get me wrong. The first one is the Tatcha Indigo Soothing Silk Body Butter. This is my second or third tub of this. I don't know. I just got this tub. I can show you what it looks like. It's like brand new. I've only used it a few times. I really like this body butter. It's very moisturizing. During this winter and spring, my skin tends to get like it reacts to things. Like all of my skin on my body is sensitive, so I'll get like little rashes here. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it, and so I use this for it, and it's really good. It's moisturizing. It's not greasy. It absorbs very well. I forget if it has a scent. I don't remember. It smells clean. So I do really like this. The only thing is it is like $50 for this guy. So the thing is like I don't think that the price is worth it. I mean, the other products from Tatcha are expensive. This is definitely a luxury brand. But the thing is like the Nature Republic Soothing Aloe Vera Gel is the best body moisturizer. It's like one of my holy grail products ever, and that's like $8. So when I'm judging things like this, I usually judge them against other products that I use on my body for moisturizing and soothing. This is really good if I'm, having issues with like skin reaction or rashes or irritation. I love this, but generally for day to day, I don't think you guys need this. I'll link the aloe vera gel below. It's incredible. But I do like this. I just don't think it's worth the money, but I will keep rebuying it because it does help when I have skin irritation. Another product that I like and I've rebought, and I'll probably keep rebuying, but I'm not like super in love with it. And this is a little bit controversial because some people adore this and some people can't stand this. And it's the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Now do not get me wrong, I really like this mist. But be careful, like whenever it comes to setting sprays or moisture mist, always be very mindful of ingredients. Just because some people might add ingredients, especially if you have sensitive skin, that react to your skin. I know some people have had issues with this. I've had no issues with this. This is really great. The only thing is I know a lot of people use this as a setting spray, and I actually just use this as a moisture mist throughout the day. I have a little travel one in my bag. I think this is my second or third one of these. I keep on forgetting. I just think that for the price, you don't get that much. You get like 1.35 ounces, and this is like $50. So my problem with it is that, like as a moisture mist, I can use my Sea Tree, and it's like $12 for like double this amount. And that's the most perfect moisture mist ever. If you're looking for a really nice moisture mist, definitely check that out. But I do like this. This does make my skin, if I'm going for a dewy look, it does adds a little bit of luminosity to my skin. It does feel really nice on. It is very comfortable to wear, and I do really, really like this. I just don't think it's worth $50. So yeah, so these are the two products that I generally like to use, but I don't think are worth the super hype that both of them have. Like, they're good products, but like for the price and what they do, there's definitely better things out there that are cheaper or work much better. Alright, lastly, I'm going to talk about two products that I don't think are worth the money at all. One of them is a deluxe sample that I've been using for like 2.5 months, 3 months. I know I said most of these products I've used for 6 months or more, but the thing is this product is one of those instant result products. It's not something that you would see, it's like a cream or anti-aging. It's like, oh, the next day you'll look at it like this. So I did use it for a few months before we're going to give you my total review. The other one is something I've been using for the past few months, and I wanted to try it, and I do have very specific thoughts on it. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Luminous Overnight Memory Serum Concentrate, and this is kind of like, oops, the other one falls off my lap. This is one of those products, it's kind of like a sleeping pack. You put it on at night, so it's got like this gelatin jelly consistency, and you scoop it out and you put it on your skin, and it's supposed to, in the morning, leave your skin super hydrated and soft and beautiful and supple. And I will say that this product does that very, very well. So again, this product works, but I have used products that other sleeping packs that have done the same or better results that are like $6. I think this is like 130, even if it's 60. Just ones that work so much better than this, or the same. And the thing is like, I'm not against people getting luxury skincare products. Obviously, you do you. But don't buy luxury for the sake of luxury. Buy luxury because it works best for you. That's generally my rule of thumb when it comes to any product. I'm not going to buy something that doesn't work just so I can have it on my counter, because I'm the only one that's going to see it, you know, and be like, oh, look at me, I have all this luxury stuff. I buy things because they work. And this works, but there are things that are cheaper that work. So I'd rather buy the cheaper things that work and then have extra money to get the very super high-end luxury products that I know work for me, work better than the cheaper products. So the thing is like, I'd rather get the cheaper version of this, have more money to get more La Mer products or La Prairie products or Sicily products, or any of the other like higher end skincare products that work for me, rather than buy this because it works but not as much, and then not have as much money to spend on other things that I know definitely work. So for me, this isn't worth the investment. That doesn't mean that it isn't worth the investment for other people. It does work if you're looking for a really nice, just moisturizing, extra bit of moisturizer to put on your skin at night because you have super dry skin. This would be amazing. I think that's another reason why I'm not super duper into this, is because I don't really need extra moisture. I like extra moisture, but it's not a necessity to me, so spending the money on this isn't really worth it. So I do like it, but I'm definitely not going to buy the full size of it, but it is worth checking out if you were interested in it. It does work. Let me just say that. It does work. This other product is something that works kind of, but definitely not worth the money, and it's the Tatcha Silken Pore Perfecting Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 35. Now, I actually really like this sunscreen. The problem is, and I'll show you, it's a little thick, and so if I'm putting this on my face and I'm wearing a full face of makeup in the summer, which is why I got this, it's too thick. I have too many layers on my face. And so it's a little bit greasy, and so I ended up using this as a primer because I put this on and then a moisturizer and this and then a primer and then my foundation, and my skin was too heavy. And so I was like, okay, I'll use this as my primer. And so I would use this as my primer, but because it's so hot and humid in Florida, I need everything to work perfectly. I need my primer to help keep my foundation and makeup on. I need my setting powder to keep everything bulletproof. And this just was not doing the job it should. This would probably be excellent as an SPF, just as an SPF under your primer. But it was supposed to be pore perfecting. People used it as a primer. They said you don't need to use a primer. When I went to the store, when I went to Sephora, they were like, oh yeah, you know, totally, you don't need to, you know, like we use it as a primer. And I was like, okay. And it just doesn't do that for me. You need to use a primer with this in Florida humidity, and it's $60. That's the issue. It does work really nicely as an SPF. It does feel really nice on your skin. It is a little bit heavy and a little bit greasy, but you know, it's a sunscreen, but it's a $60 sunscreen. So I can get my $8 Innisfree sunscreen and use my like $40 like Smashbox primer and get the same results or better results than the $60 sunscreen supposed to be helping primer. It did help blur out my pores, I will say that. And if you have dry skin, this will probably be amazing for you, but because I have combination skin and the areas with the pores are super oily, it just didn't work for me, and it just wasn't worth the money. Overall, most of these products, I will say I haven't used any Tatcha products that hasn't worked for me. Another product that I don't have with me that I need to repurchase is their firming serum. It's amazing. It's the best firming serum I've ever used, and I've used a variety of super high-end ones that cost 3 times as much as that one. I'm just right now currently going through some new serums that I'm testing. So I didn't want to repurchase that until I was done with those, and I'm almost done with those, so I'll probably be buying that in a few weeks. So that's a really great serum. I highly recommend. Generally, what I'm going to say about this brand is I really love this brand. Generally, the prices for these are pretty high, but they're not exorbitantly high. Their prices range from $50 to some of their products are like over $250. Depends on what you get. I would recommend going on Tatcha's website if you're interested in any of these products and looking at their ritual kits. The ritual kits are generally like small travel size, kind of like this size and this size, of 3 or 4 different products that are generally for sensitive skin, for combination skin, to give you an idea if the products will work in a line. So you can spend, I think it's like $100, and you get about a 30-day supply of a whole regimen to see if it's going to work for you. I would also look sometimes Sephora or Tatcha, or I think other places that sell Tatcha products will generally have promotions where they'll give out deluxe samples. If a Tatcha product is a deluxe sample option, I would always recommend giving it a whirl. That's how I got these guys, and that's how I figured rather than spending the money on it, I realized I didn't like it, and that's also how I found out about the other products that I really like using from them. Now, if I were to give this brand a grade, I'm going to give them a B+, and I'm going to tell you why it's a B+ and not an A. The problem that I have with them is that the products that work really well are phenomenal A+, even higher products. But the products that don't work well are, to me, priced too high. The things like this, a $60 sunscreen that's supposed to be used as a primer and have an SPF, I mean, everything about it has to work perfectly. And the thing is that it doesn't. And so where they drop the ball, I think that they super drop the ball. Again, it's not like products like this don't work. These products work very well, but not for the money. Which to me is like, in situations like this, or like this, they're riding on the success of their other products to make sure that they can inflate the costs of other things. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. So I think that the products that aren't worth it, you either don't get enough or it doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to do, and they're too expensive for what they are. But generally, the other things that are definitely worth the money is I definitely recommend, if you were to try anything from this line at all, don't buy into the hype of this and try this right away, because moisture mist and setting sprays, it's really hard to get a good idea, but I would definitely like try out their oil cleanser or try out their rice enzyme powder. So it's a really good product to see if you like this line. These are $50. I think for the full size of these are $45, but you can buy small amounts of this. These both are 2 amazing products that do an amazing job, and if you like these products, you might actually be interested in the line more, because how they clean and how they work is very standard to Tatcha's quality and their brand. I would not recommend getting the Soothing Triple Recovery Cream unless you have sensitive skin. The only reason why I say that is because this is, to me, very targeted for sensitive skin. And if you don't have sensitive skin or you don't have any of those issues, I don't think something like this is going to give you all the benefits that it really is. I think this is an amazing product and I love it, but I have very sensitive skin and I have combination skin and I like a lot of moisturization. Moisturization, is that even a word? I like my skin products to be very moisturizing. So this really works for me. But again, I used to use this every day. There's my cat again. Now I only use it every few days because it doesn't have an SPF. It has anti-aging properties. Yeah, it's my cat. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave that in so you can see what they do. This is what I'm talking about when it comes down to finding products that work for you. This product works for me amazing, but I would not recommend this for everybody. I would recommend the cleansers for everybody. So generally this brand is really awesome. I trust the brand very much. The products that work from this brand are phenomenal and probably some of my favorite products in my skincare and beauty routine. But I would definitely recommend trying out the line before you just go and invest in full sizes of these products. I know a lot of people really, really love this. Some people don't think this is worth the hype. I think this is worth the hype. I don't think this is worth the hype. I don't think this is worth the hype. This one. There we go. I do like them. Do not get me wrong. I just don't think they're worth the money and worth the hype. I buy them because for what they do, they work very well for me, but I wish that there were things that were better. There are things better than this. And again, I only really use this in the winter and springtime when my skin's really gets irritated and super sensitive. But overall, like, I would not, for like an everyday body butter, buy this. And again, this is really good and I do really, really like this. But as a setting spray, it's kind of womp womp. And there are some ingredients in this that some people might have issues with, so just don't buy this off the shelf. Definitely read the ingredients and see if there are things that you like or don't like about that. I know, I think Stephanie Nicole did a review on this. I'll link it below. Definitely, it's less than favorable. Now, I like it, but I think that you should learn more about the ingredients in this before you just jump on the bandwagon, because there are some things in here that if you have sensitive skin or issues with skin or ingredients that irritate your skin, definitely know what's in your stuff. And again, going back to this, I know I'm kind of sounding like a repetitive broken record. I definitely don't think this is worth the money. Do I regret buying this? I think this will work better for me in the winter. When I'm more accustomed to heavy layers on my face and I'm not sweating through my makeup 5 times a day. But in the summertime, which is the reason why I got this, it is a flop. But overall, I do really like the brand. I do really trust the brand. The brand has done amazing things for my skin, and they are definitely worth checking out. The other thing that I've noticed with using these products is that generally, and this is just using all the products over the course of several months, I have noticed that my skin has felt softer. My skin has felt cleaner, especially when I really use the targeted cleansers. And when I started using the Soothing Indigo Triple Recovery Cream, my fine lines actually were diminished. And I was noticing that, and that was before I used any of the other anti-aging products that I have. I was only using this, a toner, and a cleanser. So this does have some really amazing anti-aging properties. But again, I wouldn't recommend doling out the money on this unless you have sensitive skin, because there are going to be other products out there that do the same thing that might have other benefits that this doesn't have, like SPF or things like that you're looking for. And it is a little bit heavy. But overall, I do really love the brand. So I'm going to give Tatcha a B+, and definitely check them out if you're interested. I know this video was a lot longer than I was planning on it being. I was only going to try and have it to be under 10 minutes, and then I realized there's no way that's happening. But I do hope this video was informative. If you have any questions on this brand or any of their products, I've tried a lot of other products from this brand as well, and there are some products that I'm really looking forward to getting from them to try out in the future. In the near future, I'm probably going to go to Sephora in the next few weeks and get a few more things from them or off their website. If there's any product that you are interested in trying or you had questions on, link it or ask me below. And if it's one of the products that I was going to get, I'll let you know, and then I'll let you know when I do a review on that. But if not, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you thought it was informative. If you like content like this and you like me and you like my cat's break and everything, feel free to subscribe. It's free, I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes even on the weekends too. That's generally if I have a lot of content I want to talk about, which is generally what happens. But in any case, even if you don't like or subscribe, I'm glad you watched my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.